The game is tomorrow, and I came up with 3 keys that I think is going to be the difference between Ohio State winning and losing for the 5th year in a row. In case you don't know, this is going to be my first year in the state of Ohio for the game, not counting from when I don't remember from when I was just born. But it's different from being in Florida, I'll tell you. You could feel the energy around campus the last couple weeks. I am cold. Florida boy here is not built for the weather yet. But with the game being tomorrow, I wanted to break down the 3 things that I think will be the difference between tomorrow's game. Number 1, this is something that gets misremembered a lot from last year, and that's throw the football. Now, when you ask a lot of Buckeye fans what happened in last year's game, it's, Chip Kelly ran the ball up the gut 30 times, which did in fact happen. But in the fourth quarter, I saw a stat, it was like on a Reddit post, that said that Ohio State either completed 0 or 1 pass in the entire fourth quarter. So it's not like Ohio State didn't try to throw the ball in the fourth quarter last year. Also, Will Howard might have been concussed, but that's something we don't know and we'll probably never find out. And when I say throw the ball, I mean don't try to win the rushing battle. There's always this stat at the start of every year, which is the team that rushes the ball for more wins a game 45 years in a row or whatever. And while I still think Ohio State, if they do throw the ball, they'll still end up running the ball for more than Michigan. It'll come into a point that I have, I think it's point number 3 on my list. If they follow this plan, they can still end up winning the rushing battle just because they're going to be up and Michigan's going to have to throw, which causes them to run the ball less. And when I say throw the ball, there are 5 receivers on Ohio State that would probably start on Michigan. So granted, Carnell and Jeremiah might play. They're there in Ann Arbor. If it happens, then throw the ball to them. I mean, Brandon Inniss is good. Mylan Graham is good. Bryson Rogers gets some reps. And then obviously there's 3-4 tight ends that can make a difference in the game too. So when I say throw the ball, it means don't test Michigan's defensive line off the start. Don't try to set the pace by out-physicaling them. Get that mindset of the physical team will win the game. Ohio State should have thrown the ball the last couple years, and I think Day knows that. Point number 2, I still don't think we know if Bryce Underwood is a good passer of the football yet. He has 5 rushing touchdowns on the season, so we know that he can run the ball, and some of them have been longer than 10, 15, 20 yards. He's got a couple 30-yard rushing touchdowns, so he can run the ball, which is always a concern for Ohio State. It seems like rushing quarterbacks always make Ohio State's defense in trouble. So whatever it is, if it's Arvell and a spy, if it's Sonny Styles and a spy, just get Bryce Underwood to throw the football. And hey, if he beats you throwing the football in a shootout 27-24, which I know isn't really a shootout, but for Ohio State it would be, then so be it. It cannot be a game like last year where Davis Warren is just handing the ball off, making not a single impact throw, and they still win the football game. I bet you if you asked Day right now what would be the target number to win the game, I heard 21 online, I would say 20. If Ohio State scores 20 points, they probably win the game. No shot nobody's going to score 20 points against Ohio State's defense, unless you're Texas A&M, USC, and I don't know anyone else that could do it. Speaking of Texas A&M, got him on right here, right now. With that being said, make Bryce Underwood beat you with his arm. I know he can run. Let's hope we can stop that tomorrow. But on to point number 3, this is what I said would come into play later, and that's get up early. It feels like it's been the same structure of football game the last 4 years, where Michigan is either up, has the lead, has the ball, and Ohio State needs a stop and a score to win the game. Last year's a little different because it felt like nobody could move the ball, and it was going to be that 10-10 tie. It was going to be whoever scores next was going to win that game. But in the years before that, when it was C.J. Stroud and Kyle McCord, it felt like Ohio State was down by 10 points with the ball, and it felt like they could never get back. They were playing catch-up the entire game. Like they were down by a score, but without the ball, and they needed to get a stop and a score just to be in the game. It feels like the defense is going to do their job, and Michigan's only going to score, 17 to 20 points. And the game plan for Ohio State has to be, hey, maybe we receive the ball. Maybe we come out here, kick him in the mouth, punch him in the mouth. We score a touchdown right on that opening drive, 7-0, bang, we're in the lead. I could almost guarantee that it feels like the last couple of years, Michigan's been the first team to 10 every single year. Now, I know Ohio State scored that touchdown last year to go into half. Did that put them up 10-3 or tie at 10-10? I think it tied at 10-10. It feels like Michigan is always starting out with the ball, scoring after an Ohio State turnover, or maybe after a punt that doesn't go our way. Today I was watching Mississippi State against Ole Miss, and Ole Miss receives the ball, takes the ball first, comes right down the field and scores. Now, I know it's different. You're playing in an SEC environment and they're ringing those cowbells, but still, Ohio State could do something like that tomorrow and try to punch Michigan in the mouth, take the ball, and then put your defense out there up 7-0. So to sum it up, 3 keys to the game. Number 1, throw to your weapons. Don't try to win the rushing battle. That could come if you're up 14-3. Guess what? Run the ball. Bo Jackson can take off then. Number 2, make Bryce Underwood beat you with his arm. I know he can run. I know Michigan can run. I don't know if Bryce can beat you with his arm. And number 3, get a lead. Get up early. I don't care if that means receive the ball. I know that second half position is massive, but Day might come in here and be aggressive tomorrow. And if that's the case, get a lead and win the game. With that being said, I'm super excited to be in Columbus. If you don't know what I'm doing here, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but I'm going to be here for a while. But with that being said, go Bucks. Let's win the game tomorrow.